Hi, I'm David.
And I'm Rachel.
Welcome to LeisureBit. And today we're at Hazel Brow Farm,
which is in Low Row
in Swaledale. So let's go and take a look around.
LeisureBit is the way to go with David, Rachel and Roxy. Let's hit the road and explore.
We pick up our journey in Gunnerside in Swaledale, where we headed to after we left Usher Gap in Muka. It's about 5.5 miles from Usher Gap to Hazel Brow, and it was 2 miles from where we picked up our journey in Gunnerside. We're now in the village of LeisureBit, and shortly we're going to be taking a right-hand turn, signposted Hazel Brow Farm. We make the turn here, and then we head down this track, which is fairly steep, which takes us down to Hazel Brow Farm Campsite. We need to keep to the left-hand track here. Here we are, we've arrived at Hazel Brow Farm Campsite. You can either go left for the farm pitches or right for the field pitches, depending on where you booked on. We were on the field pitches. We paid £20 in total, which was £18 for the pitch and 2 adults, and then £2 for Roxy. There's some lovely views from the pitches, looking up Swaledale across beautiful meadows. The camping field's split into 2 parts. There's the field, which is just behind us there, and then we've got the farmyard over that way with hard standing pitches. As you probably saw on the way in, the access track which runs along the cliffside there is pretty steep and certainly one way. The camping facilities include waste and recycling, toilets and fresh water. There's also the Hazel Brow Visitor Centre, and there are a number of things you can do there, including alpaca trekking, farm animal experiences, beginner's course in bird watching. There's also self-guided visits, and it's worth checking out the website, links in the description. You can also download the Green Nature Trail. Speaking of trails, I think it's time we made our way up into LeisureBit, and let's go and visit the pub. There's a little bit of a climb up to the pub. You can go up the road, of course, but we chose to follow the path up as it was a shorter route and more pleasant.
Seen the side of some of these warrens.
Nearly at the top.
Oh, phew. Gosh.
There are some sections where you do need to walk along the road for a little way, but there are a few bits where you can cut off and head up the side. There's a defibrillator there in case you need one after coming up the bank. An old telephone box there. You don't see so many of those around now. Nice to see one with a phone in. An old milk churn there. Look at the views across there.
God's own country.
I can see the pub from here. Hello. Cheers.
Cheers. Say cheers.
Quick look at the bar area of the pub there. Unfortunately, they weren't serving food by the time we got there. We'll have to try it another time for food.
Had pints in worse places with views like this. Stunning.
After we had a drink at the pub, we made our way back down, and on the way past, stopped and looked at Holy Trinity Church in Low Row. Let's take a quick look. We then headed back to the campsite.
Rox and I are going on a little walk down to the river. We're going through the gate and it says keep to the path. Let's go and explore. Oh, we're about to go through a beautiful meadow, and there's another one of the cow barns here too. Swaledale's littered with them and they're just beautiful. Roxy's very excited because I've told her that there's a river down here. I think it's a little bit of a walk, but we're going to go and have an explore and see what's here. We've come to a junction that says Hazel Brow only that way, and now we're actually at the river and we can either go left or right, and we're going to go left. It's a beautiful little walk. It's really, really nice. Rox seems to be enjoying it so far. Still continuing down the path. It's beautiful, it's so peaceful. It's a Rock Ness monster. Good girl. The nature trail is really cool and well set up. There's little yellow signs to show where one of the different animals are. There's a picture of the animal and also some useful information. This one's about robins, and it says that it's one of our more common birds, often found to visit bird tables in winter, and they only weigh 14 to 21 grams and eat a varied diet of worms, seeds, fruits and insects. Really great idea, guys. Where are you, Roxy?
Meanwhile, at the campsite, David was preparing some tea. They were very tasty, but someone had forgotten the mustard. We chilled out for the rest of the evening and watched the sun go down, which was lovely.
So I'm just going to open the gate so we can go now. It's shut for security purposes on an evening.
It was time to say goodbye after our brief visit to Hazel Brow Farm and make our way onwards.
I've got some people watching me this morning.
We want to be heading right, but we're going to make a left-hand turn and just head down to the turning circle, turn round in there and then head back in the direction of Reeth and Richmond. We'll turn around here. So Rachel, what have you thought of Hazel Brow Farm?
It has been really good. It's helped that the sun's been out. It's very basic facilities, but really nice. Gorgeous dog walk with a river and a nature trail as well. Owners are so friendly. It's really good. I've enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed it. What about you?
It's been lovely sitting out in the sun, albeit I think I caught too much sun.
And me.
And must remember the suntan lotion next time. But absolutely cracking place. Bit of a steep descent down. It did mention that, but just worth calling out. I don't think I'd fancy doing it in the snow. But perfectly manageable. Worth noting as well, if you're coming from Reeth direction, it's worth just going a little bit further down the road. I think it's about 500-600 yards, and there's a turning bay where you can turn round, and then coming back it just makes the junction a little bit easier because there's a funny camber on it, just to make sure you don't catch anything on it to do a multi-point turn. And same when you're going out, you can, if you're going back towards Reeth and Richmond direction, you can just spin around in the turning circle.
What's really nice is that there's people booking to come back again in a few weeks, so that says a lot about site.
Yeah, and we were talking to some people next door who also said they've been many times before, and I noticed they had a board up as well with different things to do, which was nice. Wasn't too far if you wanted to wander up to the pub, albeit it was a little bit expensive, and they were supposed to stop for serving food at 3 o'clock. We got there at 10 to 3 and tried to order at 5 to, and unfortunately they'd stopped serving, so we ended up having hot dogs.
They were nice though.
Yes.
And cheaper.
Much cheaper, yes. So saved a few pound into the bargain. But yeah, nice place. Plenty of walks from here as well. You can walk on to Gunnerside, you can walk the other way to Reeth. I think it's an hour and a half, 2 hours to Reeth, and probably about half an hour, maybe a little bit more, to Gunnerside. So plenty of places to explore as well. Thank you for watching.
Hope you've enjoyed it.
We'll catch you on the next one. Bye.